Then I looked, and I heard the voice of many angels around the throne, the living creatures and the elders, and the number of them was 10,000 times 10,000, and thousands of thousands, saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb, who was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing." And every creature which is in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, and all that are in them, I heard saying, "Blessing and honor and glory and power be to him who sits on the throne and to the Lamb for ever and ever." Then the 4 living creatures said, "Amen." And the 24 elders fell down and worshipped him who lives for ever and ever. In this magnificent scene, the Apostle John provides us with a glimpse into the heavenly realms, where the centrality of Christ's sacrifice and his ultimate authority are celebrated in a grand cosmic liturgy. Verse 11 introduces us to a scene of overwhelming worship. John, the observer of these heavenly events, notes the presence of a vast multitude that no one could count, comprising angels, living creatures, and the elders. This assembly encircles the throne of God, a vivid illustration of the comprehensive nature of worship in heaven. The 10,000 times 10,000 and thousands of thousands serve not only as a hyperbolic expression of a vast, uncountable number, but also signify the complete and universal acknowledgement of the Lamb's worthiness. The focus is on the Lamb, Jesus Christ, who is recognized for his sacrificial death that redeemed humanity. In verse 12, this great assembly is heard proclaiming the worthiness of the Lamb, Jesus Christ. They ascribe to him 7 qualities: power, riches, wisdom, strength, honor, glory, and blessing. Each of these attributes reflects aspects of Christ's divine character and his redemptive work. The number 7, often symbolic of completeness and perfection in biblical literature, suggests that Christ is the epitome of these virtues in their fullest measure. The repetition of loud voices in proclamation underscores the intensity and fervor of heavenly worship. Moving to verse 13, the scope of worship expands beyond the celestial beings to include every creature in all creation. This universal chorus of praise, encompassing every being in heaven and on the earth and under the earth, and such as are in the sea, signifies the total submission and acknowledgement of Christ's lordship across the cosmos. This verse beautifully portrays the reconciliation and unity of all things through Christ, as foretold in Colossians chapter 1, verse 20, where it is said that through him God was pleased to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross. Finally, verse 14 concludes with a solemn and affirming Amen from the 4 living creatures, followed by the 24 elders prostrating themselves in worship. This act of worship is not passive, but involves a profound acknowledgement of God's eternal sovereignty. The elders, representing the redeemed of God, willingly humble themselves before the one who is immortal, echoing the endless praise that resonates throughout eternity. The passage from Revelation chapter 5, verses 11 through 14, is a powerful testament to the centrality of worship in the Christian faith, highlighting the sacrificial love of Jesus Christ and his ultimate authority over all creation. It serves as a reminder of the future hope and eternal destiny for believers, where every tear will be wiped away, and God will dwell among his people. Revelation chapter 21, verses 3 and 4. In this heavenly vision, the believer finds encouragement and assurance in the midst of earthly trials and tribulations, anchored in the promise of eternal communion with God through Christ. This vision not only provides a foretaste of the worship that awaits believers, but also calls the faithful to live in a manner worthy of the gospel, participating even now in the cosmic liturgy that celebrates the Lamb who was slain and yet reigns forevermore.